Refreshing stories. My name is Hiroshi. After graduating design college, I entered a design company called Refreshing Designs as a new graduate. It's been about 2 years since I started working there. Recently, I've been given more responsibilities of bigger jobs, and I was working hard every day while taking pride in my work. Alright, finished by the deadline. The next job is, let's see. Oh, the poster design for the marketing of an IT company. I got this. Sup, Ohira? Seems like you're quite busy again today. Look at that. The young ace of the company getting more work than all the others. Even though I've already finished all of my projects. This is my colleague, Hasai. We entered the company at the same time, and in the beginning, Hasai was very friendly to me. But as the bosses started complimenting my work, and I was given jobs with more responsibility, he started nagging and bullying me. Hasai. I don't get it. What's the difference between you and I? Even though my designs should be way better than yours, everybody seems to only compliment you, Hiroshi. Do you enjoy sucking up to the bosses like that and getting jobs? Listen, the reason why you're not given the work has nothing to do with the designs. With your attitude, plus, most of the work that you're given, you say you're uninterested, and you reject it. Obviously! I want to work on projects for more major, famous companies, or events that are going to be trending in the media. I'm not a small guy like you, who wastes his time on small projects every day. I mean, I also hope that eventually I can be given bigger projects, but no matter how small the company is, or whether it's for an event or not, they all share the sentiment of wanting their passion to succeed, and that's why these companies give us these jobs. Isn't it an incredible honor that we get to help them? Yeah, I see. That's how you try to act like the good guy, so that those guys above us like you. That's what I'm saying. It's not like that. But besides, regardless of the job content, as a working adult, it's only right that you do the work that you've been tasked with, isn't it? What do you mean, what's right? Listen, I graduated from the famous art college Refreshing University, alright? So why should I have to do some tiny little jobs that aren't even going to make that much money? There's no way! That's the exact attitude that prevents you from being given projects. Well, whatever. Someday, I'm going to be independent and become a big designer anyway. This is just like a stepping stone anyway. And when that time comes, it'll be too late for you to regret going against me like this. In this way, he would often come to harass me in the middle of work, and it was a little troublesome, but it didn't have any effects on my actual work, so I just brushed it off. But then one day, Hiroshi, how are you? How's the project going that you have right now? Oh, boss, how are you? Currently, the client is doing the final check of the finished product. I see. You know, I'm always impressed by your work ethic, Hiroshi. Of course, you're a very skilled designer, but your interactions with our clients are always timely and polite. You're a great listener as well. We've even had handwritten thank you letters addressed to you, and I'm very proud to be your direct manager. Thank you very much, boss. Now, that being said, I would like for you to move on to the next step sometime soon. The next step? Are you familiar with the famous artist Buntaro? Buntaro? You mean the famous artist? Whose work all goes in the millions? And the tickets to his exhibit get sold out within seconds? That's right. Actually, he's one of my old friends. And that's why he always asks us to design his marketing posters. And I would like for you to be in charge of that project, Hiroshi. What? Me? Really? Yeah. When I showed Buntaro some of the designs that you've worked on in the past, he was the one that specifically requested for you to do it. What do you think? Will you do it for us? Of course! I'll definitely create something that he'll accept. No, I'll create something that will move him. I knew that you would react positively. We still have some time before the deadline, so take your time and come up with a great design. We're counting on you. Seriously? Seriously? I can't believe that I get to design Buntaro's poster! Wow! I can't wait to get started on this! First, the rough draft. Wait, I need to make sure I finish the project I have right now first. Alright, I got this! This has to be a joke! How's that guy getting such a major project? I don't know much about this guy named Buntaro or whatever, but based on what I heard, it sounds like he's a pretty huge artist. Damn it! Why isn't it me? I know that I have way more skills than that guy! Damn, Hiroshi. I'll never forgive you. You better watch yourself! After being given the responsibility of such a major project, from that day forward, I put even more effort into my work. However, it turned out that Hasai was very unhappy that I was given such a major project, and he started bullying me even more. For example, he would disconnect my laptop before I could save my data, or spill coffee on my full-color rough draft, or talk to me for hours pointlessly. Even still, I desperately tried to tolerate his bullying and focus genuinely on the project that I was given. But then one day, Hiroshi, there's an envelope here addressed to you. Here you go. Thank you very much, boss. Wow, it's a raw, original painting done by Mr. Buntaro. Wow, this is even the first time I'm seeing an original painting. After I scan this and save the data into my computer, we're meant to return it so that it can be displayed on the day of, right? Oh man, I need to make sure I don't dirty it. He said that we don't need to be that careful about it. He laughed and said that even if it were to get a little dirty, that is an art in and of itself. He's so cool, but no, it still makes me nervous. Anyway, that's material for your project. So do you mind if I leave you to take care of it? Yes, sir! I'll keep it safe in the drawer with a lock on it. Let me put it in a plastic folder so that it doesn't get dirty. In order to use it as part of the design, I was sent an original painting by Mr. Buntaro. I couldn't help but let out a deep sigh of admiration to this amazing piece of art, and I was on cloud 9 with even more motivation than ever. However, that night, the incident occurred. Well then, I'm gonna head home for the day. Sure, great work again today, Hiroshi. Well then, maybe I'll go treat myself to some coffee. Alright, nobody's around, right? That damn Ohira. No matter how much I harass him, he always acts like it doesn't bother him. He's seriously the most irritating. I'm gonna show him how terrifying I can be. Well then, let's see if there's anything good around here. Come on, there's nothing worthwhile around. The only place I haven't looked is just this drawer with a lock on it. I wonder if there's any way I can get in there. Okay, I got it. Let's see here. What's this drawing? It looks like some kind of doodle. What a stupid drawing. Wait a minute. Is this the color draft of his next job? I know. I have a great idea. Without knowing exactly what this piece of art was, Hasai took it straight to the shredder. Ah, I feel so much better now. I can't wait to see his face tomorrow morning. Well then, time to go home. The next day. Good morning. Alright then, now that all the other projects have calmed down, I can finally get my hands on Mr. Buntaro's poster. First, I need to scan the original painting. Let's see. A painting. What? No way. The lock is opened? Wait, did I forget to close it? No, that can't be. It's clearly been tampered with and forced open. Don't tell me. I had a bad feeling wash over me as I panicked and opened the drawer to look for the painting. But no matter how many times I emptied the drawer, I couldn't find it. This is bad. What do I do? What's the matter, Hiroshi? Did something happen? About that, Mr. Buntaro's painting is missing. It looks like somebody forced this locker drawer open and... What did you say? Is it a robbery? We need to report this to the police immediately! Morning! Oh, what's the matter, Ohira? Why are you so panicked? Did your color draft disappear or something? If you stay pale like that, you're going to go bald from the stress, and your feet are gonna stink! Relax. Sorry, I don't really understand what you're saying. This isn't the time for jokes. Mr. Buntaro's original painting is missing. I was so sure that I left it in this drawer to keep it safe. Original painting? Wait, don't tell me. Is there something that you know? No, I know nothing. I definitely didn't put it in the shredder or anything. Did you say the shredder? No way. My boss and I panicked and ran straight to the shredder. Inside, we found the fragments of the original painting. No. How can this be? This original painting was planned to be bought for $1 million after the exhibition. $1 million? What the hell have you done? And what are we supposed to say to Mr. Buntaro? None of my business. I didn't do anything. Well then, let's contact the police and have them investigate. This is a very serious case of criminal damage to property. What? Please, don't do that. The police. It's so dramatic, isn't it? Why are you so against it? If you haven't done anything, then there should be no problem if we call the police, right? That's right, I did it! Because you were given such a major project, I wanted to do something to trouble you! But I had no idea that that was some famous artist's original painting! Alright, there's the confession. Well then, let me call the police. You bastard! You tricked me! There's no tricking here. This is normal to deal with it. Please, Ohira! I'll apologize for everything until now, so please, just spare me from the police, right? That's enough already! Boss? First of all, forcing somebody else's desk open and putting the contents into a shredder itself is already a crime. Second of all, even though we're borrowing this original painting, it's still company property. You then stole that and destroyed it, so you will be taking responsibility and a fitting punishment as well. No way, please, I'm begging you, please forgive me, I swear, I'll never do something like this again! It's too late for you to regret this! That painting that has been ripped to shreds can never be recovered! And as a free hand painting, it can never be repainted again! You destroyed something that was a one and only piece in this world, so you are going to pay for that crime, properly! After that, the police were not called in the end, but the Refreshing Designs did sue Hasai for the cost of damages to company property. Although he wasn't sentenced to prison, he was fined for a couple of $1,000s and did have a crime on his record. On top of that, the company charged Hasai for the value of the painting. In the end, on top of losing his job, Hasai was left with an unbelievable debt on his shoulders. As for me, oh man, I was so nervous. But that being said, Mr. Buntaro was such a kind person. Even though his painting was ripped to shreds, without moving an eyebrow, he just said he can paint it again. That's the kind of guy he's always been. And that's also why we can never forgive Hasai for stepping all over his work. I agree. That aside, the incident is safely taken care of, so let's not talk about anything so negative anymore. Hiroshi, you still have the poster to complete, and we're counting on you. Yes, sir! A few months later, Mr. Buntaro's exhibit drew in more visitors than ever before, and much to my surprise, I was given an original painting with an autograph on it from Mr. Buntaro as a thanks. I quickly had the painting framed, and it's hanging preciously in my house. Alright, another day of making some great designs. Let's do this! A lot happened, but in the end, it was an incident that gave me even more motivation to work hard at my job. I was somehow able to become a freelance designer after all that, but I'm not getting any requests at all. At this rate, I'll never be able to pay back the debt. Hey, damn it, Asai! We know you're in there! You better hurry up and pay back that money that you borrowed! Ah! I never thought things would end up like this! I'm sorry! I'm so sorry! So please, anybody! Somebody help me! My name is Hiroshi. I'm a store manager at Scott Values, a department store. The other day, I was promoted to store manager of the Ryunomiya location. My name is Hiroshi Odaira. I'm excited to be working with you guys as the new store manager of this location. Congratulations on the promotion, Hiroshi! Thank you, Bunta. This is Bunta, and he's my coworker. We joined the company at the same time, and even though I'm his boss now, he's still my most trusted, best friend.
My name is Ebisu, and I just started working here.
Oh, nice to meet you. How are things going?
Good. Nice to meet you as well.
Man, did I just scare her off or something? She's probably nervous because this is her first job out of college. She's gonna be working the register, so I'm sure she'll get used to things around here sooner than later. This was her first time working in the service industry, so she was messing up all the time.
I'm sorry. Could you give me a minute? I messed up again.
Hey, Miss Ebisu, you've got to relax a bit more. It's alright. Everyone goes through this. It's your first time. I messed up a whole lot when I first started working here.
Wait, you did? Really?
Miss Ebisu wasn't very good at her job at first, but she learned very quickly and got used to her job in no time. She's starting to make friends here as well, and all seem to be going well. Alright, sales are up from last month. This is all thanks to you. You're making sure everybody feels welcome here, so all the employees feel comfortable working here, and they give it their best. Thanks, Bunta. I'm glad you're satisfied with my performance. Everything was going well since I became the store manager. But one day, something unbelievable happened. It happened when Miss Ebisu was working the register.
Hello, ma'am. Let me scan your items. Excuse me, ma'am, but this half price sticker is not supposed to be on here.
What did you just say?
Whoa!
But it says half price on here, doesn't it? Look at this sticker. It says half price. Can you not read, you idiot?
But...
Whoa, calm down there! What's going on here, ma'am?
This idiot thinks that I shouldn't get this discount. Do something about this, would you?
Mr. Odaira, the sushi set is supposed to be 20% off, not 50, right?
Yeah, you're right. Why's the sticker on here? Excuse me, ma'am. I'm very sorry to say this, but could we adjust the price and offer the item to you for 20% off? There's been some kind of mistake on our side.
You're kidding me, right? Then why the hell did you tape this sticker on here in the first place? You betrayed my trust. Now what the hell are you gonna do to make this up to me, huh?
Okay then. We'll sell the item to you for 50% off.
That's what I like to hear. You should have just done so from the beginning. My name is Nuru Takugazaki, and you better not underestimate me again.
She was so intimidating and loud that I had to give in to her demands. That's when the nightmare started.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Odaira. I shouldn't have gave in.
No, it's not your fault. She was just really intimidating is all. I'll report this incident to the higher-ups, so you don't have to worry about anything. I asked the worker that was responsible for inventory that day if he had put the sticker on the sushi set, but he said he didn't know anything about it. That's strange. Then did she stick that thing on there herself? There were no traces of that happening, but nonetheless, I hope she never comes here again. I hoped really hard that that wasn't the case, but she came to our store again, less than a week from that incident.
Ma'am, there's no way this sticker could have been on the sushi set. We're not supposed to offer this item for 50% off.
What? But why does that even matter to me? You guys must have made a mistake. Why have I got to pay the consequences of your mistake?
Ma'am, I just checked with the worker responsible for the store's inventory, but he said the sticker shouldn't be there. I don't want to accuse you of anything, but you didn't stick that thing on there yourself, did you?
Are you freaking blind, you idiot? Look, does it look like I peeled the sticker off from another item?
She's right. It looks like the sticker's been there from the start.
Now do you see that I'm telling the truth? Now get out of my way.
Whoa!
Are you alright, Miss Ebisu?
Her hand was really oily and nasty. What the hell was that?
Oily, you say? Apparently she'd been using oil to peel the stickers off from other items. That's how she was able to stick the sticker onto the sushi set without leaving a mark. How the hell did she even think of that? I checked the security camera footage, but she was always in the corner, so the footage couldn't be used as evidence. But Takokazaki continued to do the same thing over and over again, thinking that she was never gonna get caught, and she would always line up in Miss Ebisu's register when she came to our store. Miss Ebisu was a timid person, so she was easy prey for Takokazaki. She was too vicious for Miss Ebisu, but every time she started yelling at her, I stepped in to help. But eventually, Takokazaki started escalating her crimes. That's it! I've had enough of you! I'm not going to let you do this to our store anymore! You're gonna have to return that item!
What? But even if I return this thing, you won't be able to sell it again. Look at this sushi set closely.
Huh?
I'm sorry, my hand slipped and I slammed on the counter on accident. I swear it was an accident.
The sushi set had been destroyed. It looked like someone punched the plastic container. The sushi had been jumbled up inside. I hate to admit it, but she was right. We couldn't sell this to another customer anymore.
Don't worry, I'll take responsibility and take this item off of your hands. Now come on, hurry up and scan it.
How the hell could she do such a thing? This is not fair! Not fair to us, and not fair to Miss Ebisu! Hey Hiroshi, we should call the cops on her. If they do some digging, I'm sure they'll find enough evidence to arrest her. Well, that's what I'd like to do, but even if they arrest her, it wouldn't make Miss Ebisu feel any better. Miss Ebisu has been targeted by Takokazaki relentlessly. She's been yelled at by her constantly, and I feel like she's losing the will to work here. And Miss Ebisu was just getting used to things around here as well. I'm never going to forgive Takokazaki for what she did to her. I see what you're saying. Fine, I'll step in. Let's work together and teach Takokazaki a lesson. And so, Bunta and I thought of a plan to punish Takokazaki for her crimes. We got other employees and some of our most loyal customers to cooperate, and we collected as much information as we could on her. And so, the day we were supposed to execute our plan finally came.
All right, that Amy Sue girl is working the register today. Good. Wait, what the hell? The sushi set looks so delicious. Scott Value is a Runia Mia store. Limited edition sushi set? And it's only $20? Oh wow, it's not just this either. Everything is on sale. It says it's 20% on here, but if I switch out the stickers, I can get this thing for $10. I don't want them to make a big fuss about this again, so let's just do this and... Not I can get this amazing sushi set for $10.
Hello, this item will be $2,000. Wait, it's 50% off, so that's $1,000.
That's right, 50% off. Wait, what do you mean it's $1,000? Shouldn't it be $10? The original price was $20.
Whoa, what's going on here? The label clearly says that it's $2,000.
What does it even say? Oh my god, what the hell? This is too expensive.
So come on, that'll be $1,000. And you can't return it now. You've already damaged the packaging. So could you please purchase it now?
Are you kidding me? There's no way I could possibly buy this thing. The 20% off sticker was covering the label. I couldn't even see the real price.
Wait, so you're saying that there was originally a 20% off sticker on this item? Then why is there a 50% off sticker on here?
What? Damn it!
I'm asking you a question. Explain yourself. Now!
Shut up, you scammers! I'm gonna sue this damn store for scamming me.
Oh, would you shut up?
What?
You've been scamming us for weeks by lying about items being 50% off when they're not supposed to be. And you destroying the packaging of our items before you even purchase them is a crime as well. Now come on, admit you were wrong and apologize.
No way! I'm out of here!
Oh, not so fast, lady! We ain't letting you go!
Who the hell are you guys? Let me through!
And I've been following you since you entered the store, and I've been surveying you from behind. I recorded you punching the sushi set and you taping a 50% off sticker onto it.
What? How did you?
By the way, we ain't having a limited edition sale right now. We made it up so that you'd fall for this trap. And you love sushi, don't ya? We prepared this set just for you.
All of our most loyal customers cooperate with us and make this all possible. So you better give up now.
No way!
We had enough evidence to prove that Tako Kazaki was stealing from us, so the police took her away shortly afterwards. She admitted to the police that she had been sticking 50% off stickers on items that she was purchasing, and even revealed that she had been doing the same thing in other stores as well. She was arrested for fraud and destruction of property, and she was convicted of her crimes after a short trial. Her husband got a divorce shortly afterwards, and all of her friends and relatives cut ties with her as well. Now she's rotting in a cell, unable to eat her favorite sushi dishes. Well, things are finally back to normal. This was possible because all of our employees and customers trust you, Hiroshi. Yeah, we couldn't have done this without their cooperation. I'm really glad things worked out in the end, and good job for hanging in there, Miss Ebisu.
Thank you so much, sir. I felt bad at first and even thought about quitting for a while, but I was able to come to my senses thanks to you.
That's great. I hope we can continue working together. Miss Ebisu gained a lot of confidence after yelling at Tako Kazaki that day. She seemed a lot brighter now too. I'm glad she was able to overcome her fears, and I hope she continues to grow with us.
My name is Reen. I am a full-time housewife that lives at home with my wonderful husband, my cute son in preschool, Yuto. Yuto, have fun at school today.
Miss Aisawa, good morning.
Oh, Miss Sasaki, good morning. The person who spoke to me was Miss Sasaki. She's a fellow mom that I'm good friends with, and her families often hang out together.
The weather is so great today. After this, I'm gonna go to the big supermarket to do groceries. Would you want to come with me? They're doing a huge sale on daily necessities and fresh produce today.
Wow, I'm coming. I was just thinking I don't have any ingredients for dinner tonight. I need to make sure I buy it while it's cheap.
Oh dear, you can only buy ingredients when they're on sale. I feel so bad for average people like you.
Miss Shinjo. This person who suddenly interrupted our conversation was Miss Shinjo. She's technically a fellow mom who has a child in the same preschool, but I try not to interact with her much. That's because...
You know, we only buy our ingredients at the high-end supermarket. I can't imagine what they sell at the regular grocery store. You need to give your child the highest grade domestic meat and vegetables. I don't want my child to become an adult with no taste in the future. This is what they call food education.
Is that so?
And plus, my husband is the CEO of a famous company. If he was eating food from some cheap random supermarket, he wouldn't be able to maintain his status, can he? Well, for your average people whose husbands are regular salarymen, I imagine you don't know what I'm talking about.
Huh? Sure.
Well then, I have plans to meet up with my celebrity mom friend. We're going to luxurious lunch and then we're going to high-end department store to look at some bags from a new brand. So, see you!
As you can see, every time Miss Shinjo opens her mouth, she's bragging about her wealth, always talking about her husband being a CEO, and she looks down on us average people, and she's always trying to belittle us. The same as usual, isn't she, Miss Shinjo?
Sure is. Doesn't she get tired of bragging every single day like that?
More importantly, let's get going to the supermarket. They're going to sell out of the sale items.
You're right. All right, let's go.
And so, well, although we have some troublesome acquaintances, other than her bragging, there wasn't any particular harm otherwise, so I was still enjoying my life with my real mom friends. Until one day. Cleaning time. Oh, a phone call. Yes, hello?
Hey sis, it's me.
The phone call was from my brother, 5 years younger than me, Ren. It was always Ren's dream to become a chef, and in order to make that dream come true, right now he is training as an apprentice at a restaurant called Kamakura Sushi. What's with the sudden phone call?
Actually, the other day I was approved to finally make sushi. I'm not allowed to serve it to customers yet, but the master chef said that I can serve it to my relatives. If you want, would you want to come and eat at the restaurant? Of course, with your husband and Yuto too. Because I'm still an apprentice, he says I can serve it at less than half the cost.
Really? Are you sure? We'll definitely go.
Yeah! I'm gonna put my all into it, so make sure you come hungry.
Of course. All right, well, see you then. A few days after that phone call, I went to Kamakura Sushi with my husband and my son, and we had delicious sushi made by my brother Ren. Thank you very much.
Rin, Mr. Aizawa, Yuto, thank you all so much for coming.
No, we should be the ones thanking you for letting us eat. It was so good. But are you sure it's okay that we were able to eat at such a low cost?
Yes! Even though it's the same offerings that we normally serve, they were still made by an apprentice. And since we can't serve that to a regular customer, if anything, I'm sure the sushi is very happy to be eaten by you. We'll be inviting you from time to time again. So please, do come again.
Yes, we'll definitely come again. Thank you very much.
No way! Miss Aizawa just walked out of Kamakura Sushi! Isn't that one of the most famous high-end sushi restaurants around here? They were a little too far and I couldn't really hear the conversation, but something about being invited again and talking to the master chef. Could it be that she's a regular? How dare she, pretending to be an average person when she's actually very loaded? Ugh, that rubs me the wrong way.
About 1 month later.
Hey, Miss Aizawa. You're the coordinator for the next mom's lunch, right? Did you pick a place?
Yeah, I've been going back and forth though. I was thinking sushi. What do you think?
Great idea. I haven't had sushi in a while, so I can't wait.
Well then, it's decided. The next mom's lunch will be sushi.
Oh, hello there, Miss Aizawa, Miss Sasaki. When was the next mom's lunch again?
What? The next one is Wednesday of next week, but wait, are you planning on coming?
Oh dear, am I not allowed to come?
Oh no, that's not it, but you always say that you can't go to a cheap restaurant and you never participate. This time we're not going to an expensive restaurant either, so perhaps it's not going to be up to your standards.
Oh dear, I'm sure that's not true. I just overheard you a little bit, but this time it's gonna be sushi, is that right? Well, I love sushi, so I was thinking about participating this time. Anyway, lunchtime next week on Wednesday, got it. So, see you.
Oh wait, Miss Shinjo? The location of the restaurant is…
Don't worry, I know, because there's only one sushi restaurant in this area. You don't have to tell me, I know which restaurant it is. Well then, see you on that day.
What kind of change of heart was that?
Who knows? Well, if she's saying it's fine, then I guess we just let her join. Well then, I'll include Miss Shinjo in the head count and make the reservation.
Yeah, thank you.
Next week on the day of the scheduled mom lunch.
All right, I'm here. And the others, looks like they haven't arrived yet. Oh, just as I planned. Well then, it's time to enter.
Yes, welcome. Miss, are you dining alone?
Nope, the others will be joining after.
Yes, ma'am. Until your guests arrive, would you like to sit at the counter?
Sure, I wouldn't mind that.
Well then, ma'am, what can I make for you to start?
Let's see. Well then, may I have your first grade uni, and then the yellowtail and salmon caviar, and also, why don't I go for the fatty tuna?
Coming right up!
1 hour later.
Phew, I had so much, I'm so full. That being said, Miss Aizawa and everyone are quite late. At this rate, my plan is going to fail. Let me try contacting her. Hello, Miss Aizawa? It's well past the time we're supposed to meet. Where on earth are you, eating weeds?
Oh, Miss Shinjo, thank goodness. I couldn't get a hold of you, so I thought something might have happened, and we were worried. I should be asking you, where are you right now?
I'm already inside of a sushi restaurant. You all are so late that I already ate to a full belly.
What? You're saying you're at Yuki Daruma's sushi already? I'm looking around the restaurant, but I don't see you anywhere.
Yuki Daruma Sushi?
Yes, we're eating sushi at the place I reserved, Yuki Daruma Sushi.
You mean not Kamakura Sushi?
What? No, definitely not. There's no way we would have a mom's lunch at such a high-end sushi restaurant.
You're joking! But Kamakura Sushi is the only sushi restaurant in this area. But wait, what even is Yuki Daruma Sushi? I never heard of such a sushi restaurant.
I don't know what to say to that. It's a little bit further ahead from Kamakura Sushi. It's a family-friendly conveyor belt sushi place. I'm pretty sure they've been running commercials about it too.
Why on earth should I know about a conveyor belt sushi place? What have you done, Miss Aizawa?
No, but even if you get mad, I sent all the details about the time and place in the mom's group chat, didn't I? You didn't look at it?
I'm busy every day. Why should I be looking at something like that? Oh, my goodness. Because of you, all of my plans are completely ruined. I was going to come here earlier than everybody, eat to my heart's content, and then come up with some excuse to run away right before the bill.
What? Does that mean that you were gonna try to make us pay for you?
Shut up! Anyway, Miss Aizawa, this is all your fault for choosing a complicated place for the mom's lunch. You need to take responsibility and come here and pay the bill.
Sorry, I don't really understand what you're saying. That is way too irrational.
Shut up! Stop with your little excuses and come here to pay. I saw you the other day coming out of Kamakura Sushi with your family. You're actually a regular, aren't you? And you have money, don't you?
The other day? Oh, when Ren made us sushi that time. I'm not a regular at all. My little brother's an apprentice at Kamakura Sushi, and they told us that they would let us eat the sushi for an extremely low price for his practice. So we were invited to go, that's all. The regular price is way too expensive. There's no way we could eat there.
No way. Well then, you know you can't leave the tab with that brother of yours.
Of course not. My brother's just an apprentice.
What am I supposed to do? At this rate, I'm gonna be arrested for dining and dashing.
There's nothing I can do. But wait, Miss Shinjo, don't you have money? Aren't you always saying how you're going to high-end restaurants for lunch with your friends?
Yeah, that's true, but you see, this month I use a little bit too much.
What?
The other day, when I was hanging out with my friend, I got carried away, and I impulse bought a bag that cost more than $10,000. So, well, I was trying not to spend any more this month, but I just really wanted to eat the sushi, so please, Miss Aizawa, I promise I'll give it back later, so please come pay for me.
Ma'am? I can hear you whispering on the phone over there, but certainly it's not that you don't have any money, right?
What? You see...
Surely not. Uni, fatty tuna, abalone, and salmon caviar. You ate so many of the most expensive pieces, and now you're saying you can't pay? You know that won't be forgiven, right? If you're saying you can't pay, then shall we have the police come here?
Miss Aizawa, I'll apologize for everything until now, so please come and help me.
Even if you apologize, why don't you ask your husband and have him come pay for you?
If I do such a thing, he's going to be so angry with me. I even kept it a secret from him that I impulse bought that bag.
Ugh, that's enough already. To begin with, the fact that you try to eat and drink on other people's money is wrong, no matter how you think of it. Not only that, but you're trying to make it my fault and telling me to pay. Can you please cut it out with the selfishness?
Hey, Miss Aizawa, what on earth is going on?
Miss Sasaki, actually, Miss Shinjo did this, and that.
Well, in that case, I actually know Miss Shinjo's husband's phone number, so should I contact him? No matter how much he says no, I'm sure it'd be much better than getting arrested for dining and dashing, and I would feel bad if her son had to get bullied for his mom's actions.
You're right, please do. Well, that's the situation, so we'll be contacting your husband now. Thanks.
You're joking, right? You're going to contact my husband? Please, please stop!
It looks like we're left with no other choice, so please just give it up. Sure, you might get in a lot of trouble, but I'm sure that's still much better than getting arrested for dining and dashing. Well, then, goodbye.
Wait, hey, Miss Aisawa, wait! Please, not my husband, anything but my husband!
After that, Miss Sasaki called the husband, and apparently, he immediately left the office and rushed straight to Kamakura Sushi. He deeply apologized to the master chef and completed the payment, so they were able to avoid calling the police on Miss Shinjo, but she was in quite the trouble with him afterwards. Not only that, but as he was asking her how this happened, it exposed her terrible attitude towards all the other moms until now. And the next day she was dragged around by her husband as she had to apologize to each and every single mom at the preschool. He also found out about her terrible shopping habits, so now he's handling all their living expenses, and Miss Shinjo is only given a small allowance every month. Miss Shinjo has really calmed down these days.
I know, right? Looks like she hasn't been going to any luxury lunches or department stores lately. Do you think she'll come if we invite her to the next mom's lunch?
I don't know, but maybe we should invite her. She's always standing by herself, and I feel a little bit bad for her.
Yeah, looks like I'm the coordinator for the next mom's lunch. What type of restaurant should I pick?
Can't wait! Should we go to high-end barbecue this time?
Are you sure? Because I really might do that then.
Hey, it was just a joke. After all of that, our lives have returned to their peaceful, normal state. A lot happened with Miss Shinjo, but from now on, while maintaining some distance, I do hope that we can get along.
My name is Hiroshi. I'm a salaryman with a 4-year-old daughter, and I'm always getting yelled at by my wife. My wife Kyoko is a wife from hell, and she often uses our child against me and gets angry with me.
Hey, we got charged for an extension of renting the DVD from the bookstore. What are you doing?
Sorry, I don't really understand what you're saying. What?
What do you mean what? Why haven't you returned the DVD that I rented? Do you have any idea how busy a full-time housewife is?
What? I didn't even know that you rented a DVD.
You're such an idiot. Seriously, an idiot. You don't even earn well. You do nothing around the house. What do you even live for? But also, you're grossing me out, so stop looking at me.
For the record, I work 7 days a week, but I go to buy the groceries, I take our daughter to and from school, and I was tasked with cooking, doing the laundry, washing the dishes, and cleaning the bathrooms. Sometimes, I wonder how I make time for all of this. As for Kyoko, despite saying she's always busy, she goes to $30 lunches with her fellow mom friends, posts photos and videos of our pet hamster on Instagram, goes to concerts of her favorite idols, and well, she seems to be living a very great life.
Ah, Meishi, look at this way.
Within that life, perhaps I had reached my limit, but I finally collapsed, and I was ordered by the doctor to stay home and rest for 2 to 3 days.
Hey, if you're sleeping at home, it's an eyesore. Can you go to the park or something? Also, the refrigerator's empty. Are you trying to tell me not to eat?
Back then, I got a message from my mom back home.
Hey, are you okay these days?
Mom, it's hard to say I'm okay.
I thought so. Before you get turned into the police, you better take a good hard look at your own actions.
What? I thought my mom was messaging me because she was worried about me. But it seems like that was not the case. I'm working really hard at my job at home every day, and even though I collapsed, I still went to get the groceries and I'm getting dinner ready, but even then Kyoko won't accept me.
Things are difficult for the both of you. You better not trouble Kyoko any more than you already are. I am worried about you. Please take some responsibility for your actions.
Have I done something?
You need to think hard about that yourself every day. Otherwise, you won't be able to continue on like this.
I'm so sorry. By the way, my allowance every month, including for my own meals, was $100. If I try to spend more than 1 penny over that, Kyoko says, "Do you know how much our child costs?" and gets furious with me. I was at my wit's end, financially, physically, and mentally, and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life anymore. Then one day, there was a big change in Kyoko's attitude.
Oh, looks like we're about to run out of milk.
I'm sorry. I'll go buy it immediately, so please don't get mad. I promise not to trouble you. I'll figure it out with my own allowance, so please, turn a blind eye.
Oh, don't worry about it. I know you've been really busy lately. If it's just milk, I can go buy it tomorrow for us. You should relax sometimes.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah, the reason we are able to live without having to worry so much about money is thanks to you anyway.
What a kind person you are. I'll work hard for you for the rest of my life. No, when I think about it, logically, something's wrong. There's no way Kyoko would change this much so suddenly. No, but when I think back, I feel like she might have been nice when we first met. I see. Kyoko's actually a really good person. I was the one failing, so she was just really overwhelmed for a short time. This must be what my mom was talking about. But something still doesn't feel right. The nice Kyoko and the scary Kyoko. Which one is the real Kyoko? Did she change because she met me? I see. Maybe Kyoko and I were never meant to meet. No, wait. But what about this possibility? Kyoko actually has a really bad personality, but she only becomes nice when she has a crush. What if that's the situation here? And so recently, she's remembering the feelings of when we first met and... But no! I haven't changed at all. If anything, I'm a lot more lame than I used to be back then. Oh, I know. She has a crush on another guy! So that means she's cheating on me! Ah, thank goodness. Thanks to some good-looking boyfriend, Kyoko is being nice to me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Please somehow stay like this forever.
I'm gonna go sleep over at my best friend from high school's house tonight.
Sure. I'm sure it's your boyfriend anyway. Please, come back home fully charged with happiness. That makes our household more peaceful too. I only thought like this for a brief moment. When I calmed down, the more I thought about it while Kyoko was not home, the more I started to get angry. Why should I have to work this hard? All for somebody else's love. Am I stupid? This has nothing to do with me, does it? But also, she's married and messing around with another man. She's the one at fault here, isn't she? This is unacceptable, isn't it? Why am I trying to root for them? That's enough! I can't take this anymore! Damn it! I'm sure the love hotel that you stay in with somebody else's money is fantastic! Getting so invested in your little game of romance, I'm going to tear it all down! We're getting a divorce, you idiot! I hate you! I hate you! And from that day, a very long battle started. I was pretty much penniless, so I had to gather some allies that I could count on, and I asked my sister-in-law, Emma, for help. Long time no see. I'm sorry to bother you, but there's something I need to talk to you about.
What do you want? I'm gonna say this up front. If it's money, I'm not gonna let you borrow any, okay?
I've never asked you for any money. If I remember correctly, you know a lot of lawyers. Is that right? I would be really grateful if I could talk to one about my family.
Nope. Why don't you go to some legal firm and talk to them?
Oh, sure. I'll do that. Sorry. Why is everybody so cold to me lately? It's not that I was particularly friendly with Emma, but I also don't remember doing anything to make her dislike me. With the conversation with my mom as well, I started to feel like I was disliked by all of my relatives. With that in mind, I decided to start gathering evidence of the affair.
Oh, great idea! The hot springs, huh? What? I wanna go! Oh, don't worry about that. If it's about the money, I have a walking ATM at home.
I left a voice recorder on constant recording at home, when one day, I was able to capture this recording. It turns out that Kyoko was planning a hot springs vacation with her boyfriend. After that, every time Kyoko would pick up her phone, I would observe the movement of her fingers so that I could secure her lock screen code. And then, in the short windows of time that I could, I finally succeeded in unlocking her phone. The 3-day weekend this month? I already reserved this place. Apparently, a lot of celebrities go there too. It's a hidden but famous hot spring.
That's amazing. Go, I love you more than anyone in the world.
You and I will be together forever.
I guess I'll tell my husband that I'm gonna go on a trip with my fellow mom friends.
He gives you money so easily. I must say, I'm jealous of such a high salary.
That guy is just an ATM anyway. There's no other use for him otherwise. That's why the most important thing is a heart.
Do you even have a heart? On top of that, as I looked back through other message history, I was able to solve one other mystery.
Auntie Junko, please help me.
What's the matter? Did your husband Hiroshi do something terrible to you again?
That's right. He said that I made him work too hard, and then he stopped going to work and is trying to make me do everything around the house. Not only that, but he even put his hand on our daughter's education money, and he's trying to use it on the something, but I don't know what.
What? That's awful. Are you okay? Has he been physical with you?
To not leave any scars, he'll choke me around the neck or throw ice cold water on me.
What on earth? Kyoko, you need to call the police immediately.
But if I do such a thing, I'm too worried about my daughter. Plus, he only does small evils so that no evidence remains. And in the end, he's gonna try to make me out to be the bad person.
What a horrible man. I'm gonna tell all the relatives and warn them so that anybody can go to save you at any moment.
Sure, thank you. But more than myself, I'm more worried about causing any trouble to the family or to any of you. If Hiroshi ever contacts you and says there's something he wants to talk about, please don't listen to him at all, because I know that he's going to try to talk badly about me.
Okay, I got it. Your auntie and everyone is on your side, Kyoko.
That's right. I couldn't believe it. But Kyoko had fooled her Aunt Junko and made her think that I was some crazy evil guy. Aunt Junko got along with everybody, and everybody trusted her. And with the intention of warning everybody to be cautious, she had spread this fake news about me to all of our relatives. So that explains why everybody was so cold to me lately. That was when I decided to bet my all into one particular strategy. Dearest Aunt Junko, the other day, my wife was speaking of you and said, "That loose-lipped old hag spreading an important secret to everyone." Judging by her reaction, I'm worried that perhaps Kyoko may have done something offensive to you, and that you two have gotten into a fight. I'm reaching out as an apology from me, and to create an opportunity for you two to make up. I'll be hosting a special party at a luxury hot springs resort. Also, as a surprised guest, I've invited the person that Kyoko claims she loves more than anyone in this world. I've told Kyoko that this is a vacation just for the two of us, so I ask you to please keep this a secret from her. After I sent the letter, I immediately got a phone call from Miss Junko.
I received your letter, but can you please explain this to me?
Oh, I'm very sorry for the trouble. I wasn't able to hear many details, but I figured that something must have happened between you and Kyoko.
None of this rings a bell, though?
Is that so? In that case, that's fine. But Kyoko was speaking so poorly of you that I don't think we could even put it on YouTube. But knowing her, she has a tendency to exaggerate. That's why I thought Kyoko may have been the one to do something wrong. And that's why I insist that I would like to apologize.
Oh, well, is that so? But what is this? Something about some guest. Wait a minute, is Melshi going to come?
Shh! I can't tell you who it is, but I know for a fact that everybody will be surprised to see this person.
Oh dear, but isn't that hot spring resort quite expensive?
I won't be taking a penny from you. This is just to show my gratitude to you.
I see, but you better not try to collect it from me afterwards.
I would never do such a thing. I want to get along well with all of my relatives, and those are my true feelings. If you'd like, please bring your family as well.
Well then, can you give me more details about the dates?
Next, I reached out to Emma. I know this is sudden, but are you interested in hot springs?
What do you want now? Are you inviting me?
Actually, all of the relatives are talking about getting together and having a party, but this time we're inviting a major guest as a surprise too. So in order to make sure nobody spreads any rumors, we're quietly and secretly inviting everybody.
This is super suspicious.
Don't worry, Aunt Junko is coming too.
Really?
Really? See? Look, this place. Renting it out to ourselves. Isn't that amazing?
Excuse me, I don't want to share a bath with the males.
I promise it's not a weird place. Look, they have proper attire for the hot springs, so anyone can get in comfortably.
But why should I have to go?
Everyone is coming. If anything, if I didn't invite you, Emma, you would wonder why you were left out, wouldn't you?
What about your parents?
I think they're more likely to come if you invite them, Emma. Look, I'll be paying for everything, including all of the transportation expenses and the meals.
But wait, who came up with this plan?
Obviously me. I don't want things to be this tense with my relatives. That's why I wanted to somehow clear up any misunderstandings.
Interesting. Well then, if I sense any discomfort for even one moment, I'm going home on the spot. And you better not complain about that, okay?
Of course not. Next, I reached out to my father's brother and the owner of a real estate company, Uncle Satoshi. Will you please let me borrow the party expenses?
No.
Please don't say that. We can all go together. You must be tired from work too, aren't you, Uncle Satoshi? It seems like your wife isn't doing well either. Was it rheumatoid arthritis? We don't know the reason behind it, but she keeps refusing to go to the hospital. This is perfect. There's a secret hot springs resort that a lot of very famous celebrities secretly go to, and there are multiple counts of people going there and being relieved of their joint pains. This is such a great opportunity to forget about work and to gather all of the relatives together and have fun together. But why should I have to pay for it? Who else could pay for it? I'll take care of all of the reservations and arrangements. And I'll also do my best to being an enthusiastic host. But think about it. If we say that this is the party you held for us, everybody will look up to you. And your wife might think, "Oh dear, is my husband the best in the world?" And she'll look at you differently too. That's a good point. Well then, I guess we can try it out. And so, my preparations for battle were complete. The day of the cheating holiday. Aw man, being with you is just too much fun, Kyoko.
I'm also so happy when I'm with you, Go. Well then, shall we get in the hot springs?
Yeah. Melshi? Ta-da!
No! Why are all my relatives here at my cheating holiday?
Now, I want you to understand the struggles I've been carrying. You've used our child against me to treat me however you want. All of our relatives are wrongfully against me, and nobody will help me.
Kyoko, why don't you tell us who that is?
It's not what it looks like. This is all Hiroshi's conspiracy.
Am I interrupting something here? Kyoko, I'm gonna go home first. Nope, you're not interrupting. You're the main character. I want you to declare your feelings towards Kyoko in front of everybody. I love Kyoko from the bottom of my heart. I'm serious. I mean it. When I found out that she was married, to be honest, I didn't know what to do. But from now on, I know that I'll be able to make you happy.
Why are you panicking and saying unnecessary things?
Did I do something wrong? So, can you introduce me to a lawyer?
I had no idea that this was the situation.
Auntie Junko, I've been framed by Hiroshi.
Kyoko, you are clearly in the wrong.
But why?
You can chase after idols all you want, but you can't cross that line.
But that's because Hiroshi pushed me to the edge.
Nobody believed me. That's why I had to go this far to show them and have them see what they all missed. You're the one who pushed me to the edge.
Was it even true that he was choking you and stealing money?
It was all a lie. I would never do anything that would make us lose our ads.
It's not a lie. You can't be fooled by Hiroshi.
Well, you can go through that all in court later, but we all know now that Kyoko was having an affair.
Please, don't just brush it off as an affair! I'm serious about Kyoko! Well, that's even more heavy. Now you're going to pay for all of this. For the affair, for my reputation, and also for our child.
I can't believe you were using me. How dare you?
Not you too, Auntie Junko.
And so, the misunderstanding that was going around the relatives was exposed, and everybody took my side and helped me move forward. Not long after, I divorced Kyoko, and I sued the both of them for a very high settlement fee. Since I was working extra hard to provide for Kyoko as well, after the divorce, work became a lot easier. Also, my parents back home helped with raising my daughter, and these days, I'm living a very stress-free life. Apparently, Kyoko rolled into her boyfriend's apartment, but living together revealed both of their true natures, and I heard that they're fighting every single moment of every day. My name is Hiroshi. I grew up in a small town deep in the mountains on a matsutake mushroom farm, and I wanted to someday help the agriculture industry. So currently, I'm working at an association specializing in soil research, and I work as a soil doctor. A soil doctor is someone who studies the soil and its particles of a farmer's field, and gives advice on how to grow better crops. I'm literally a doctor of the soil, as the name suggests. A lot of my friends question what my job is, but I have a lot of pride in my work. Well then, what should I have for dinner tonight? It's starting to get pretty cold out, so maybe hot pot? Or stew in a pot? But also chestnut rice is hard to say no to. What's that? The market over there is pretty busy. Cheap! Cheap! Can you believe it? Domestically grown matsutake mushrooms, just $200 for 500 grams! What? Just $200 for 500 grams of this? That's almost half the price of the market! That reminds me, around this time of year, Mom would always make a matsutake mushroom rice and soup. Alright, tonight's dinner is decided. Excuse me? Yes, sir. Please, give me this matsutake. Yes, here you are. I can't wait to get home and prepare these. All right, little matsutake. I can't wait to enjoy you very much. I have a whole 500 grams, so I can make a matsutake rice and the soup, and I can cook the rest on the grill. Huh? I feel like the smell is very tame for a domestic mushroom. Or is it just me? I guess I can just try cooking it. I had some doubts, but I used the recipes that my mom taught me to create a full matsutake mushroom course meal. Matsutake mushroom rice, mushroom soup, and a mushroom grill, on foil and on charcoal. But I still feel like the fragrance is really weak. Can't wait to try it. No, something's definitely wrong. This definitely isn't domestic matsutake. It's so different from the ones back home that I thought maybe it was a difference in soil, but for a domestic mushroom, the fragrance is too weak and the texture is too soft. This is probably imported from China, but there was soil on it. In order to tell the difference between domestic and international matsutake mushrooms, the best way is whether or not there's soil still on the mushrooms. That's because, due to Japanese law, you can't import any agriculture that still has soil on it. When I saw it at the market, there was clearly soil on it, so I believed it was domestic and I didn't suspect anything. There's no way something of this low quality would be domestic. Even if I wanted to look into it, I already cooked it all. Maybe I'll try going back to that market again. And so, I found a day and went back to that vegetable seller, but... Cheap! Cheap! Can you believe it? Domestically grown matsutake mushrooms, just $200 for 500 grams! He's at it as usual. Alright, maybe I'll go ask him some questions. Excuse me? Yes, how can I help? Oh, sir, you got some matsutake mushrooms the other day, didn't you? Thank you for that. No problem. He's a really positive and good person. Would a person like this fake the production area? I hate to doubt him like this, but if it's a proper product, then it should be fine to ask him anything. Where are these matsutake mushrooms from? They're domestic. No, I mean, I was just wondering which prefecture they're being grown in. Why are you asking that? Actually, my family has a matsutake mushroom field in Nagano. It was just so different from what I'm used to eating back home, so I figured it must be from somewhere else. So I wanted to ask where they came from. The moment I said that, the friendly shop owner tightened his face and immediately glared at me. Look, guy. What are you going to get out of asking me that? What? Are you trying to say that we are falsifying the production information? These matsutake mushrooms are justly grown and produced in Japan. See? There's soil on them properly, too. Well, yes, I can see that, but the fragrance and the texture were just completely different. Listen, guy, I don't care that your family has a matsutake mushroom field or whatever, but you've probably only had matsutakes from that field, right? Mushrooms can change flavor and texture completely based on the weather and soil of that land. I can't believe you would suspect us of falsifying information just because it's different from your parents' mushrooms. I just want to know where they're from. Enough! You're so annoying. If you're not going to buy, then get lost somewhere. I'm very busy. As you can see, there are a lot of people here to buy. But let's just say, if you were faking that they're domestic when they're not, then that would be breaking the law. You're really pushing my buttons. But you seem like you've already decided. But why don't you show me some evidence that it's not domestic then? Like I said, the fragrance and the texture, well, that's just your subjective taste, isn't it? You're going to need to provide some evidence that others will be able to verify by seeing. Can you do that? I bet you can't. Well, sheesh. Stop making such accusations just based off of your own taste. There's always a customer like this. Now, if you don't hurry up and get lost somewhere, I'm going to call the police for obstructing business. All right, I understand. That behavior, that was definitely weird. If it was a vegetable seller that's properly selling farmers' produce, then he should be able to tell me where it's from. And I didn't even say anything, but he started mentioning falsifying information. But based on that reaction, he's never going to admit it, so I could just report him to the police. But if he's going to say that much, then I want to give him one good hit. In that case, I'm going to find evidence that will be definitive and clear. He'd better watch. Now that that's decided, what is it? You're still here? Do you want to be taken by the police? That's not it. You see, I'm very sorry. You're right. I'd only eaten the matsutake mushrooms from my family field. so I just had a little misunderstanding, you could say. The mushrooms themselves were very delicious, so I'd like to buy them again. Oh, is that all you wanted? Then here, 500 grams for $200. In reality, I want to charge you extra for troubling me, but if you apologize, then I'll forgive you. You should be really grateful to how kind I am. You should really try to find some kindness within yourself, too. Not just accusing people. Sorry, I don't really understand what you're saying. I'll take it into consideration. What a painful expense. Once I prove that he's lying about where they're from, I'm going to make him return the money. Alright, I'm going straight to the lab. With the matsutake mushrooms in hand, I headed towards the lab, aka my office.
Huh? Mr. Hiroshi? Aren't you supposed to be off today? What's the matter?
Oh, Tashiri, nice to see you. There's actually something I wanted to research.
Wow, this is why you're so amazing, Mr. Hiroshi.
Wait, those, are they matsutake mushrooms? Don't tell me you brought those for me! Unfortunately, that's not the case. But once I figure this out, why don't we grow them and enjoy them together?
Oh yeah! But then why did you bring the mushrooms all the way here?
Well, actually, these matsutake mushrooms, I think they're lying about where they're from, so I thought I'd look into them.
Lying about where they're from? But there's soil on these. Are you saying they're pretending to be domestic?
Well, I really believe these are imported. Not only from the fragrance, but the texture's also completely different from domestic ones.
Wow, it's amazing that you can tell. Mr. Hiroshi, didn't you say that you're from Nagano?
Yeah, actually, my family has a matsutake farm.
That must mean you can eat as much as you want. I'm jealous.
Oh, I didn't come here to have these conversations. Well then, time to investigate. I got straight to work, collecting the soil that was on the mushrooms and studying the particles. The results? I knew it, just as I thought. The soil isn't fitting for matsutake production, but actually, there's no way that matsutake mushrooms can grow with this soil. Well then, the results are out, so why don't we eat them before the fragrance is all gone?
Yeah! I'll go get the grill!
Mr. Hiroshi, I was just thinking,
These are matsutake mushrooms that have been falsified, right? Does that mean that they're not that delicious?
well, of course it can't win against real domestic products, but it's not bad. Recently, importing technology has been much more developed too.
Interesting. I didn't know. Well then, can't wait to try. You're right. It's so good.
Yeah, if you know that it's imported, it's still delicious. I feel bad for the matsutake mushrooms. I need to call that guy anyway. Hello, Bunta? Actually, this, and that happened, and I'm thinking about storming in the day after tomorrow, but would you be able to come with me? Sure, thank you. Now my preparations are complete. You evil vegetable seller, fooling your customers. I'm going to make you pay for this. A few days later, I brought the results of my investigation and headed towards the market. Hello there again. Oh, you from the other day. Are you here to buy matsutakes again? No, unfortunately, I'm not here for shopping today. I came here to expose your wrongdoings. Wrongdoings? Don't tell me that you're going to try to accuse me of falsifying the production again. That's right. You were purposely putting soil on products that you imported and pretended like they're domestic, so you can sell them at a high price, weren't you? Like I said, what proof do you have of that? This proof. I investigated the soil that was on the matsutakes. Investigated? But some amateur doing any investigation? I'm not an amateur. I'm a professional with a certification in soil research. As a vegetable seller, surely you're familiar with this job. Are you serious? I'm serious. As a result of this investigation, I discovered that the soil on the matsutakes you were selling was just black soil. My guess is that you went to the store and bought gardening soil and then put it on the mushrooms. Am I wrong? No, you're wrong. They're matsutakes that were made in a very unique way. I've been able to acquire them for very cheap because my friend grows them and... Despite selling matsutakes, you really don't know anything, do you? Matsutakes can't grow with black soil. What? Matsutakes are much more favorable with dried soils and fields. Black soil is full of moisture, and therefore is better suited for growing root vegetables. So matsutakes would never grow in that. No way! No! We carry all kinds of vegetables, so I'm sure the soil from some other root vegetable just got stuck on it! You mean on all 500 grams of the matsutakes? That's strange, isn't it? Oh, looks like you started! Oh, Bunta, who's this? This tiny guy? Well, I received a report from an innocent citizen that there's a vegetable seller at the market selling falsified matsutake mushrooms. So I just came here for a little investigation.
One after the other. Who the hell are you anyway?
Me? I'm from the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries.
Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries?
Yup. So anyway, we'll be looking after some of your matsutakes for a little bit. The other vegetables are also absurdly cheap. Maybe we can investigate those too, just in case.
Wait, please! You can't investigate those!
You know, you're practically admitting to your crimes there. There anything suspicious? The punishment will be a lot lessened if you confess from yourself. What do you say? Nothing, huh? Well, fine. We'll know everything if we investigate anyway. Well, that's the situation, so if anything rings a bell, then I suggest you get ready.
No way. Damn it. I never thought this was going to happen. Please, I beg you, I won't do it anymore, so please, let me go!
Bunta, thank you for coming. Don't mention it. That being said, why would he go out of his way to pretend they were domestic when the farmers carefully grew those mushrooms? The product itself wasn't bad, so he should have just sold them normally. Well, anybody that can think that way would never do something like this to begin with. Anyway, we'll handle the rest. So you can leave it to me. Sure, thank you. After that, it was discovered that this vegetable seller was not only falsifying the matsutake mushrooms, but that he was also claiming other vegetables that were imported were domestic products and selling them as such. He was ordered to pay back all the products he had sold, with an additional 3% on top of that. In the end, he was left in a very high debt, and within a few weeks, the shop quietly disappeared. Oh, and of course, I got my money back too. After the whole incident, it made me want to eat the matsutakes from my home. Maybe I'll invite Bunta and visit home. It's been a while.
I'm so cold. Someone, anyone, please, can you spare me some food? Damn it. If this was going to happen, I never should have tried to fake the produce.
Oh dear. Even though the profit may not have been as high, he should have just sold them normally. But it was already too late to be regretful. Everybody in business? Let's all be sure to keep our business honest and clean. And for the consumers, please be careful about false products. If you think it's suspicious at all, please report it to the consumer center or the product to the police. Oh, but don't make prank calls to those numbers. My name is Hiroshi. I'm a biological researcher. I specialize in the biology of sea creatures, and I'm especially interested in echinodermatas. I'm researching the biological tendencies of sea urchins right now.
You're really addicted to observing these urchins, aren't you?
Kinda. I'm actually starting to fall in love with these things. I love you, sea urchins.
Hey, are you trying to say that you prefer urchins over me?
No, of course not. You're the most important person in the entire world to me. I got married with my wife, Ritsuko, 6 months ago. She's the type of girl who gets jealous quite easily. But that's part of what I like about her. I met her when we were both in college, and when I sat next to her in class, I fell in love. I asked her on the spot. After we graduated, she got a job at a large company, while I stayed at the university to pursue my research. We were close from college, so Ritsuko understands and appreciates what I'm doing, even though it hasn't resulted in tangible discoveries yet. But not everyone is as understanding as Ritsuko.
Hey, Hiroshi, you got married with my daughter, but you haven't even gotten a real job yet. What are you thinking?
Wait a minute, Gatsumi! Being a researcher is a real job. I'm doing something important here.
Stop lying. All you do is run around in the wilderness. You're always visiting the ocean and the river for some reason.
Well, there's a legitimate reason for that. Doing field work at those locations is an important part of my job. I've explained this to you many times already.
Field work? You think you can fool me if you use tricky scientific-sounding words like that?
That's not true!
Why did she have to marry you? There's no good that could come out of her marrying you. None. I was opposed to this marriage from the beginning.
I see. I do sometimes visit the university to do some research, but most days, I'm at home writing my thesis. But because of that, my parents-in-law think that I don't have a real job. Gatsumi was especially against my current line of work, and always told me to get a real job.
I'm really sorry about my mom, Hiroshi.
No, don't apologize. It's not your fault. I just want people to recognize the work I'm doing, so that it'll convince her that I'm doing something useful.
I'm sure you're gonna be fine. You love sea urchins, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I gotta try extra hard from now on, so that your parents will recognize my work. And so, I decided to start working extra hard to successfully release my thesis. That day, I was heading to a friend's place to receive new samples from him. Wow, those are massive sea urchins!
Right? I was saving these just for you. I thought they might be useful for you, you know? You want them, right?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. But are you sure I can take all this? This is a lot.
Don't worry about it. I'm counting on you and your research, you know? I'm sure your research is going to be useful for the fishing industry in the future.
I really hope so. These things are the weirdest creatures on the planet. They have no organs, but they managed to survive for an upwards of 200 years. Even I don't fully understand what's going on inside their bodies.
I'm counting on you to solve that mystery. Now go get him, Dr. Odaira!
Yes, sir. I'll try my best. But you don't have to call me doctor, you know. And so, I was able to obtain a bunch of new samples from Mr. Katsunuma. As I was taking care of them, I started to feel a sense of attachment to them. So I decided to name each of them Unimi, Unomu, and Unibo. I took care of them every day. Alright guys, time for lunch! Don't fight, there's enough for all of you. The research has been going well recently, and I feel like I'm very close to a major discovery. I was really excited for what was to come, but that's when something tragic happened. The weather's really nice today, so I guess I'll clean the sea urchin tank. I'll move these guys over here for now. One day, I was cleaning the sea urchin tank in our yard. When I went back into the living room, I saw my mother-in-law sitting on the table.
Oh, your door was open, so I just came in. These urchins taste great, don't they?
What the hell?
You prepared these for me, didn't you? They must have been expensive. I guess I gotta thank you for this. This is the first time you've done something nice for me.
Unimi! Unomu! What the hell are you thinking, you asshole?
Oh, come on, don't yell like that. I just had some of the sea urchins you had in this bucket.
Those were important samples that I was using for my research, but you ate them all!
Oh, come on, they're sea urchins. They're meant to be eaten, and they can't possibly be that hard to get.
That's not true at all! They were really important to me, you know!
Oh, come on, you're a man, aren't you? Stop crying. I'll come back here and eat your urchins for you again. So make sure you have another batch ready by the time I come back here.
Damn it! They were very important samples to me. But if they were sold out in the market, they'd be priced at a few dozen bucks. Obviously, I couldn't forgive my mother-in-law for what she did. But she was Ritsuko's mom. I couldn't be too hard on her. But after that incident, Gatsumi kept coming back to our place for more.
I'm so glad I had a pair of spare keys made just for me. All right, now let's take these sea urchins out of the tank.
She kept on stealing my sea urchins in broad daylight! Unizo! She even took the new samples that I just bought! I was even hiding the tank with a curtain so that she wouldn't find it! Why is this happening to me? She kept on stealing my samples at a daily pace, and I could do nothing but cry! I was mad at myself for not being able to do anything about the situation, but that was when I got a call from Mr. Katsunuma. Yes? Hello? How's it going?
Huh? Are you alright? You sound like you've been crying.
No, it's nothing. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
You can tell me if you're not feeling well. But by the way, I got a new batch that you might be interested in.
Wanna come and get them?
Wait, are they sea urchins?
No, they're not urchins, but they're really something special.
Huh? What do you mean? Mr. Katsunuma told me that he wanted me to take these creatures out of his hands because he had enough of them at home. And that's when I thought of a way to get revenge on my mother-in-law. Just you wait. I'll make you pay for what you did. And a few days later, I set up the samples that I obtained from Mr. Katsunuma onto the table after placing them in a plastic box. Whoa, they're quite feisty. I guess I'll go upstairs and continue writing my paper. And after a while, my mother-in-law snuck into the house again to steal my samples.
All right, time to get some more of these delicious urchins. Huh? What's in here? Whoa, these are lobsters! They look so delicious. Hiroshi went above and beyond this time around. It's nice to eat something other than urchins once in a while.
And once she got back to her place, she cooked the lobsters and served them for dinner.
All right, let's eat up. They taste so... Wait, what the... what the hell is this? tastes like garbage. Why does it smell so bad? Oh my god, I'm about to faint. It smells so bad. I feel sick now. That bastard. Why the hell would he make us eat this? I can't believe that he would do this to us. I gotta yell at this guy and teach him a lesson.
Hello? Is this Gatsumi?
Yes, it's Gatsumi. Quick question. What the hell? What the hell did you make us eat? And why the hell does it taste so bad?
Well, I didn't make you guys eat anything. You just stole it off of my table without asking me. I don't think this is my fault, and you're mistaken about one thing.
What do you mean?
Those aren't lobsters. They're big crayfish. They're not supposed to be eaten by humans.
Crayfish? Why the hell would you leave something like that on the table? Are we gonna die? I feel sick after eating this thing.
What are you talking about? It's not like it's not edible. It just tastes really bad. Some countries even eat crayfish as part of their cuisine.
That's not what I'm trying to say.
Oh, by the way, you've stolen a lot of my sea urchin specimens, haven't you? Don't think that I haven't noticed.
Well, yeah, I have, but what about it?
If you want to eat seafood so badly, I'll send more of what you just ate your way. They breed extremely quickly, so I'll probably be able to send you guys at least 100 of them every week.
100 every week? But please don't. This entire place is gonna smell like a sewer if you do that.
Hey, it's alright. I want to do you guys a favor. And besides, I hear that crayfish are good for your skin. You're gonna look even prettier than before if you keep on eating them. I'm glad I can finally repay you guys for what you've done to us.
But please don't do this to us. I'll never steal from you ever again.
Are you sure? Do I have your word? So you're never going to steal my specimens ever again, right?
No, of course not. I don't want your sea urchins anymore.
Okay then, I'll forgive you.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like you've learned your lesson. So I'll just send 50 crayfish instead of 100. That way, you'll be able to finish them all.
No, anything but that. I don't want to see another crayfish ever again.
And so, just like that, I was able to teach my mother-in-law a lesson. I'll never get the family that I lost back, but I hope I was able to avenge them. Oh, and by the way, crayfish don't have to taste bad. If you cook them correctly, they actually taste very good. I'm sure she'll find that out sooner or later. Oh, and side note, I was able to publish my thesis, and my work was recognized by a bunch of renowned publications. My wife was very happy for me, and I managed to convince my parents-in-law that I was doing something worthwhile with my life. And people now call me the Urchin Man, and I'm getting TV deals left and right. I'm gonna keep on trying my best to uncover the many secrets of sea urchins and protect my family. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. And if you have time, please check out our other videos as well. Alright then, see you next time. Bye.